Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading. I hope everyone is doing well. It is a nice day on Friday, the last day. I hope you guys get some rest this weekend. But before we do that, let's check the markets a little bit still, right? I mean, we are located today on BNB USDT, the Binance favorite coin, or should I say their own coin, right? And I was just rolling through and I saw this area and then hit quite perfectly, which is kind of makes sense because it's a sort of a similar area that we're gonna be now shorting Ethereum, Bitcoin at it, and you can already see from where it came from. The structure is it's close, right? It's close to the here, but then it's kind of skews up, and the possibility why structure skewed up here a little bit. I mean, Binance did a lot for I mean, they jumped on the whole farming trend and everything, right? So they did kind of get some hype from those. The way they did their new IOs is basically, you could have staked BNB or USDC or USDT, I think, and then you could just farm the coins and they would get eventually listed. Also, I received some hate in the comments, guys, on about me showing too many trades on live stream. So next time I gotta put in a disclaimer that I don't take every single trade that I show on live stream. Obviously, you guys ask me tons of questions on live stream, right? And I usually chart up to 20 to 30 coins, and obviously taking 20 to 30 trades on different altcoins would be kind of a crazy risk to take, right? So I always preach 1% is pretty much the max risk I'm taking most of the time, right? I would really stretch it to 2% if the time frame was really high, but most likely most of the time I'm staying on quite low risk. So yeah, I mean, just identifying a couple of main areas on BNB USDT right now would be one of these areas is right here, right? So what we need to do right now when we have a rejection like this, and this is a really strong rejection, you can see that it went all the way down to the bottom of the structure, which right now acts as an important point. This point is now really, really important for you to hold if you wish to even retest the high as you did, right? So the idea basically is when you do it on a high time frames like daily, and then you scoot down to like a hourly or maybe even perhaps 4 hourly to be a little bit clear, is the idea is that if you're gonna hold this area right now, you will go up and you will retest this gap right here. That's the whole idea. And in this time, this gap, would you had two chances, right? So first chances is if you try to long the area down here, which basically in this case, if it doesn't hold, you're obviously gonna get wrecked on trade, right? And if you do that, it's a perfect hedge for you to short it up here. So you basically are sniping a long and a short, right? But in this case, if you want to feel a little bit safer, and I do know the most of the money when Bitcoin is going to slow down like it did right now because it had a pullback. So I did think that's, some people will comment about that. When it's gonna have a pullback, most likely the money will flow from the Bitcoin to the alts, right? In this case, saying if it did something like this, a short located something like this, you can see the short would be met with like 9. Yes, I will not put it to the highest candle because this is even these two candles right now. I see it's a little bit overstretched, so I could be putting stop down here, but then I'm gonna get it kind of gets risky, right? So I'm gonna be putting it between 6 to 9%, something like that, right? We can put it right in the middle. Yep. So yeah, I would be shorting BNB when it comes to here if I obviously had a long. Now the thing is, you can long something else that looks much better than BNB, and then when BNB reaches up there, you can hedge it against it, right? Because obviously alts, when it comes to USDT contracts, if the Bitcoin is going to be steady and the money is going to be flowing in, if you're picking the major coins like BNB, Link, or anything like this, they will most likely move in the same direction, right? Some of them will move faster, other ones will move slower, right? But if it's a main coin, it's probably going to move as fast as BNB. And when that happens, you got a perfect opportunity to hedge against it when you get smashing this short, right? So that's one of the things you could do. Potentially speaking, you will then have to aim all the way to the bottom of the to TP at the bottom of the structure, which would bring you in about 15% of 1.7R. Now the other scenario would that be right now is to go on 15-minute time frame. So yes, you're going on a real super low time frame right now, and you would be smashing a trade right here at it because the low was already retested. The logic is this: you test the high of this structure, you go down and you hold this low. If this low is being held and the middle is being conquered right now where you're at, you're most likely going to move above this structure, right? So right now speaking, if I'm deleting all of this and also this line, gonna be deleting it, the trade is right now for you to smash it, right? And obviously, since we are on 50-minute time frames, do mind that this trade is under 50% accuracy, so we're most likely debating between 30 to 35%, if we're completely honest, right? But it does bring you a lot smaller stop loss, right? In this case, 44%, and if you take it all the way up to the short, it will bring you 13% or 3R in this case, right? So trade is more than doubled than what we have here, because here, essentially, on this big trade right here on the short, we're gonna have to knife catch it due to the fact if you open this long down here, right? That would be one of the plays, which is a little bit more risky play, right? You also have a safer play available, and this safer play is now located on the in the most main area of the current chart right now. If you zoom it out, this right now is the most main area you can find on chart, and this is a weekly main area, right? So really strong area. So if price comes down here, this one is for me a no-brainer long, actually, because for here I'm gonna expect some sort of a reaction. Sure, you can get wrecked still, I mean, no trade is 100%, but you can see a weekly trade that nets you with the 9% stop loss is a rare opportunity, because you can see from previous video that most of the time we are being hit with something much larger at this stakes, right? So yeah, 9%. Now the question again is, would you be TP in this already? Well, supposedly speaking, you should, right? Because this is the next area that needs to be conquered, and you can only take it to up here, which again brings you to about 13% on 1.4R, which is not extraordinary, but let me mind you that this trade is more than 50% accuracy, right? So if this trade gets filled, 1.4R is a pretty good R, because you will be winning this trade more than 50% of the time. And the second, wait, can I please, yep, I can, let me move it back. And the second TP right here, right on top of the box, this is where things get a little bit interesting. You put it right here, you can see 31% or 3.5R on the chart, right? And you know, if we continue from up here, this will probably be my last TP, but yes, we can most likely continue from up here, because if we haven't lost the main area, then yes, nothing has been lost again, right? We did lose the area of bullishness right here, but if we do go to the second TP, we have conquered it again, so we have chances of moving higher, right? So if we move any higher, I'm not gonna be taking it all the way up here, I'm gonna be TPing the second TP, I'm gonna take everything off, you know, and if it moves above, I'll take another long at it, because I don't see a sense holding this TP too long, I mean the trade for too long. But if you hold it for all the way up here, it's almost 50%. So yeah, it turns out into pretty much a good trade, right? So I would like to say, guys, I do try to answer every comment. Maybe I miss here's there or one there, I don't know, right? Also try to answer most of the questions in the live stream. So you know, I had some guys saying that I've ignored them in the past. I'm like, I'm not sure where I ignored you. I try to answer every message I've been ever given, right? But if that happens in the future, it wasn't intentional. You know, I happen to miss some stuff as well. You know, it's been pretty hectic as following all the charts, because I do this a lot in my private time as well. I have to grow my own account, right? I'm mostly doing YouTube for fun here. And yes, guys, I would like you to share some love, right? Smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to our videos, because we do make these videos every day except on Sunday, right? And also join us at Free 4C community, where we mostly, you know, discuss trades like this, stop losses, all of that fun stuff that really matters if you're trying to get into a trading world, right? So thank you again for watching, guys, and please join us in the next one.